Hey, Planeswalkers Mithras here. Hope you're doing well and staying safe. Today I have a number one deck for you. It's pretty nice because this one's really made a way coming back up the tier list, and excited to do that again here for you soon. But before we do so, just want to say thank you for your support. Please feel free to subscribe to the channel down over there. You can also like the video, like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Twitch, stay up to date on awesome content like this. So what is this number one deck that I speak of? Well, it's actually been piloted by the same person that we did the Sultai ramp deck on, which is J Rock. So what do we have going on today? We have a Temur Yorion Elementals deck. So this deck has been kind of middle of the pack for a while, but recently has seen a resurgence for best of three. So pretty interesting. Glad we're covering this today, and we'll talk through the deck, check out the list, cover some key mechanics, and then talk about the best of three sideboard, additionally how to sideboard and things to keep in mind and consideration. Then we're going to go hop into some matches, ranked matches here for you today as well. We'll do best of one as well as best of three. All right, so what do we got going on? So first off, this is a Yorion deck again. So Yorion, the thing that we have to do is we have to have 20 more cards than our starting minimum deck size. So we do run an 80 card list here. Additionally, when Yorion comes into play, we can exile any number of non-land permanents that we own and control, and then return those cards to the battlefield at the beginning of our next end step. So that's going to pop off all the triggers again. So very, very awesome, very powerful card, and a companion deck to boot. Here's the list that we got going on. It is available for you down below in the description, so you have access to it quickly here as well. It does run 38 lands, which is pretty healthy in terms of for both best of one and best of three, especially when the whole key concept is to really get it ramped into Ugin, and then Genesis Ultimatum is just hands down blowout card as well. So a couple of things to keep in mind. It is Elementals deck, so we have a lot going on here with Risen Reef. We got Omnath Locust, the Royal, which is a very, very amazing card. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under our control, we get a +1/+1 counter on target elemental, and if we control 8 or more lands, we also get to draw a card. So lots of value from this card. Quickly here, again, we also have Cavalier of Thorns, so another elemental, so very, very powerful in terms of that archetype. Now additionally, we got a ton of ramp going on here, which is what we need to help us get into Ugin, and Cavalier also helps ramp as well as Genesis Ultimatum. One other key call out here that I would like to make is a newcomer from M21. So we got Terror of the Peaks. This card is awesome. So one, when our opponents target it, it costs them 3 life. Additionally, whenever another creature enters the battlefield under our control, Terror of the Peaks deals damage equal to that creature's power to any target. So not only is this a great pinger for the board, but also against your opponent directly. So pretty awesome there. We are going to go ahead now and talk about the sideboard, but before we do so, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask down below in comments. Always happy to cover those for you as well. All right, so what do we got going on here with the sideboard? What you're going to find is it's heavily slated towards aggro, so we'll keep that in consideration as we walk through this. So first we got red cap melee, so 4 damage to target creature or planeswalker. If it's non-red, we sack a land. That's not really a big problem for us, especially in this deck, because we got so many lands and land generation. It's gonna be a non-issue. Again, this is primarily going to be against aggro decks or creature-based decks where you're going to run it. So mono red, mono black, mono green, mono white, all great spots. Gruul's another one. Any of the Knights decks are heavily ran right now too. So we got a big resurgence of Mardu Knights, Rakdos Knights. Keep those ones in mind. This is going to be your card for those. Next, we have Negate. So where would I run Negate? So first off, I would maybe run this against other ramp mirror matches, also the Planeswalker decks. Those are definitely around. You would also want to run this against things like Grixis, any of the enchantment decks like Orzhov or Esper Yorion as well, to keep Doom Foretold off the board. Additionally, you're going to want to run this against any other counter magic type deck, potentially some of the Simic or other flash decks as well. And lastly, you're going to want to run this against everyone's favorite Temur Clover or Temur Adventures. Next, we got Scorching Dragonfire. So where would you run this? Again, another aggro type deck or creature heavy based deck. That's where I would play this to get those cards off the board. You may want to run this one in the mirror match. Red Cat Melee you could run in the mirror. You could keep taking off their creatures. Again, great against all the stuff that I already listed. Mardu Knights. You could run this against the sack decks as well. Same with Red Cap Melee. Those would be good spots for it. Again, mono green, mono red, mono white, mono black. You could run this against Gruul, and again, any of those Knights decks that we talked about. Next, we have Bone Crusher. Again, a perfect aggro card here. So not only do we get the damage, we do get the body again back later if we need. All the aggro stuff that I already listed, this would be a great card for you. Next, we got Flame Sweep. So similar deal here, again, against all the aggro stuff that we had mentioned. Two other callouts to keep in mind. We may want to, so this doesn't hurt creatures we have with flying, but we don't have any with flying. You could run this against Azorus Flyers, same thing with Bone Crusher Giant and some of these other aggro ones. But again, to kind of recap, this would be ran as well as Bone Crusher against those aggro decks or sack decks that we had already mentioned. So let's go ahead now and talk about where we may want to make considerations or cuts or changes when we do need to sideboard these in. So first off, the way that we think about this is literally the four negates in terms of if they're playing slinging spells or all aggro. So when we look at it, we got about 10 aggro cards there, I think. 5, 10, 5, 10, looks right. So how would I do this? Well, I would look to probably, if they're not running red, I would dump Aether Gust. If they're not running green, dump Aether Gust. That gives us 4. You could cut a couple lands. Again, it's 38. You could probably pretty easily go down to 36. So that could be 2 for you. Maybe if you're real risky, you could go to 34. So that's a couple other spots. So that's maybe about half. Then what I would probably look to do is I would maybe drop out 1 or 2 of these guys and then consider cutting in this space. So realistically, right around here, you're going to want to keep the ramp. You're going to want to keep your top end heavy. Now, this already helps you against some of the aggro. This just kind of slows down your win conditions. But you're going to want these guys because they're going to be your big ones. At least that's how I would play it. If you got questions, like I said, please let me know down below. We are going to go hop into some ranked matches. I am currently right around 1100. So let's go ahead and take this into some best of 1. So very excited to play this #1 ranked deck for you by G-Rock. Again, please feel free to subscribe to the channel down over there. You can like the video if you enjoy it. Like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Twitch to stay up to date. And thank you for your support, as always. All right, I am going to keep this, so we'll try it. So mono green or Temur or Adventures. I'm going to bump that one back. Mono green it is. Actually, let's do this first. Let's get our flyer over. Works for me because I was actually going to block that one anyway. So the question here is, I think we go here first. So it's really nice is we got plenty of land. We just need to get something that's going to help us on the top end here, and I'll block here. This is going to help us. That will definitely help us. I feel like still have a fight card that could take that off. So I'm actually going to do this first. And I can trade on the bark hide too. Want to get Euro in. I'm just worried they had a fight card, like I said, which is why I did not put Terror on. And I can at least trade on a bark hide. And I can shut down his 1-drop. Uh-oh, my mouse. There we go. Whoop, come on. Come on. Oh boy. Not again. Let's move my stuff around. Perfect. Let's see here, my friends. Hopefully that resolves it. We'll do one other thing. Alright, apologies. Oh boy. Okay. Let's see here. Uh-oh. Right when I gotta make a video, my friend. My friend, my friend, my friend. So we got 4. I am going to do this. Trade there. While we were waiting, there we go. Give them a choice. Oh, come on. There we go. Now we can bring Euro back. There we go. That one up. No blocks. So I need to think here, because I obviously got to play Yorion. So we'll do this first. Now we drop Yorion. I think we go like this. We go that first, second. There we go. And we're good. I think we're doing just fine. Boom, we're good. All right. We beat Berserker and we overcame our mouse problem. And that was a mono green matchup, so that's perfect. That was a good aggro matchup for us. All right, on to our next match here with our #1 ranked Temur Yorion deck. Sorry, apologize, my friends. I was too focused on this mouse. I need to go buy a new one here for you. Ooh, good ramp. We got Terror of the Peaks. I'm probably going to try this. Mardu Knights deck it is. We need a land. I'll keep that one. So let's put one of these on. My man, oh war. Double block. Double red, double green. Let's just grab another red. So next turn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so for us right now, block with an Arboreal. They can't get, they won't get Cleave on yet. Can have indestructible, but no lethal. All right, so let's move this one over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I need to do some damage in the air. Then I need to hit this one off. And we'll bring those two back. So we got a 2-turn clock right now. Boom, we pulled it off, my friends. Beat a Mardu deck as well, back into 700s. All right, on to our next best of 3 match with our _1 Temur Elementals deck. All right, here we go. We will play standard, traditional standard play, traditional standard ranked. There we go. Got it right this time. Let's go ahead and give this one a shot. On a nice roll right now. Let's keep going. Waiting on our opponent to choose. So this is a good start. I will keep this. We got plenty of nice ramp options. More ramp options. What do they have? View battlefield. We'll keep that. May come in handy for us. Now, I did that so I can play Risen Reef and then activate Risen Reef with our Leafkin. Ooh, that's going to be real nice. As long as they don't have an exile. If they don't have an exile card, we can get away with a decent amount here next turn. But we'll see. This is obviously the Sultai ramp deck, which is the other _1 one that we just showed. So this will be a good, healthy best of 3 matchup for us today. Very nice.
After 1,000 years, I'm getting the hang of this.
So we can hit Teffi with Omnath, but we need to get a decent amount of elementals here. Now he could -3, but if he doesn't, this could become blow away for him. For me anyway. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3. We got enough, so we'll drop. We're gonna have to drop Omnath next. We don't have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I actually have enough for Genesis Ultimatum. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, let's see here. Ooh, or Terror of the Peaks. I do have enough. I think we do this. Oh man, hopefully they don't have a counter. There we go. We're gonna pop everything on the board. many triggers do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Not enough. But we could use Aether Gust. View browser. Yeah, it doesn't work, that's right. What do we want to get rid of? I can drop 1 Aether Gust. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here comes Ugin.
I come bearing the wisdom of the ancients.
So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9. So I can go Terror the Peaks into Omnath. Or I can go Ugin.
Time's up.
What's that? Really 1, 2? We're gonna go Ugin first. Gain board control.
Always consider the conflict.
There we go.
Riley.
So this one, all we're gonna want to sideboard in here is the negates. And I'd probably drop them in instead of Aether Gust, to be honest. Well, maybe not, because if they played Euros, that's a good one for us too. Now we have board control. They need an instant death to take Ugin off the board. I'm going to get Omnath on the board. Potentially.
Witness the ties that bind us all.
Well, we'll go Terror into Euro.
The land fights for us.
There we go. So many options there. Very nice to kind of show how everything worked. We definitely need the negates. I need the Aether Gust. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's drop. What do we got in lands? 24, 32, 12. Let's do 1, 1. And 24, 32, 12. 2 Temples of Mysteries. We'll do 1 more on Forest. 81. What's that put us at? 35, 38. Yeah, let's do 1 more. I'm a big land cutter. 34. Like I said, I like to run very tight. So they're going to sideboard in. My guess would be counter or instant death stuff. But this is a great matchup. Just need, I'd say, like 3 lands. If we can get cracking on 3. There we go. It's a good start. Even better start. Oof. they're going to want to take negate. That's what I would take. Yeah, there you go. Good choice. Because if they ramp for 3 here, we do that. There we go. Now we ramp. So we got 1, now we're ahead of them, which is big. So if they don't kill Omnath here, we can make them real big with the Fabled. And they're going to have to keep Nissa alive here. Ooh, there you go.
Behold, nature's true power.
So what do we have? 4. So we can go here. Ooh, Terror would have been nice. Terror would have been real nice. So we have enough for Euro. Double Risen. They can probably get Ugin in though, if they have it. That's, yeah, they got plenty.
Harness the elements.
They have plenty for Ugin. Well, we can't do ultimatum yet. We have 1 turn. Then we can do it. Shoot. If only we had enough land. If he hit Ugin, we're done. If they didn't, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have just enough for Genesis Ultimatum. We're still alive. Still alive. 19. Yeah, and the sideboard was more built for aggro, so it's not, I would say, going to be the best against this one here. But nonetheless. Oh, well, that's game. That is definitely game. Let's see what they do first. And let's see what we draw. Alright, we'll go to the next match. At least we'll be on the play this time. Especially in a ramp match. So we could go red cap melee. We could go red cap melee. I'm gonna skip it though, but you could. Yeah, I liked what we have. We just need to play. We need to hit ramp faster. They out-ramped us. Split with Essex. Alright. Last matchup here, so please don't forget, subscribe to the channel down over there. Like the video if you're enjoying the deck as well as the content. Like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Twitch. Alright, here we go. Whew. We can maybe make this 3-0. I will keep this. We got good ramp. We got terror. We need to hit the land though. There we go. The question is, I think we do this. I don't want that right now. Ooh, they left my ramp alive. So we could go next. So that's 5. We could put terror on. That's 3, enters tapped. So we can drop Genesis if they don't wipe my board. There we go. There we go. Or have an instant death there. There we go. So we're gonna do this first. Hopefully they don't have a counter. Oh. Yeah, knew that was coming. Smelt it from a mile away. Death, I think, is coming. So in the case that we played that, we could have tried to slow play and then hit the exile with negate. That could have been an option. We don't have enough in there yet. They don't have enough in there yet. Now we're behind quite a bit. In fact, by a lot. And they have 6, so we pull Yorion. Because they'll put Euro in. Could play Ugin, but they would have had such a better draw on us by hitting all that stuff. But Sultai Ramp's a pretty powerful deck. There's a reason. There is a reason why it has been running very well. That is pretty much game for us now. We're gonna put him in and hope that we can do enough damage fast enough. Good move with Narset as well.
I have just the trick for this. I have reached my limit.
Oh boy, lots of deck thinning. They're gonna hit their Ugin real soon here. Real soon. Alright, let's see what we can get here. One, two, three, four, five, six. We need 1 land. If we can get a land, maybe we have a chance. Of course. Of course they hit it. Good news is we can get Euro in. That's the only good news off that. Plus, we probably want to hit a land anyway. I would take, ooh, I would have took the terror. Nice. Well, that's game, my friends, against the Sultai deck. So we did very well in our best of 1. Unfortunately, was not able to pull it off in our best of 3 match. The deck has a ton for the aggro matches in best of 3, not as much, I would say, against the Sultai, so that could be an improvement. And we fell very, very hard there. Look, 789 to 1252, that's like 500 spots. Terrible, terrible, terrible. So that's why I'm very cautious about always doing this stuff for you guys, but I love doing it anyway. So all good. We have it there. Let's go ahead and take a look at this deck. Again, the number one, Temur Yorion Elementals. Unfortunately, could not overcome the sultai matchup, but we did great in the best of ones. So we beat the mono green, we beat the Mardu Knights in best of one, and then we lost in the best of three to the sultai. And we fell very hard there because of the fact that they were at a percentage rank and not at an actual top 1500 rank, which is pretty common, and also means that the ELO between me and them, mine was much higher and theirs was much lower, which is also why the huge loss. But anyway, here's the deck list again. It is available for you down below in the description, so you will have access to it down there. If you got questions, comments on the gameplay, let me know. And here's the sideboard again, mostly optimized for best of one, or sorry, not best of one, but against aggro. And again, my suggestion here probably would be to have more of that counter magic type stuff, especially if we're seeing the ramp decks more so in the best of three. But hey, that's how it is. Again, I'm not the one that got this to number one, so congratulations. It is a great deck and super fun to see elementals back towards the top. All right, Planeswalkers, Mithras out. You stay safe. Questions, comments, let me know. Like the video if you enjoy it. Like me on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter and Twitch. And also don't forget to subscribe down over there to stay up to date on awesome content like this as well. All right, onwards and upwards, Planeswalkers. We'll see you again soon. Take care.